Welcome back to On the Spot. This week we get all tricked out with Echochrome. Then get into the stuff with Battlefield Bad Company. Pay our respects to Yakuza 3 and see whether we wear a Xbox Live Arcade can hold our attention longer. If you're going to watch today's show, you better have one thing.
A good supply of body bags.
Period.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of On the Spot. I am Ryan McDonald, joined by all kinds of people on the couch, such
Party.
as Aaron Thomas, Kevin Van Ort. How you guys doing?
I'm a sidekick today.
Yeah, you're more than a sidekick today, sir.
Go ahead.
Aaron got a haircut, so I'd like to point out that he's like a smaller, balder version of me now.
Yeah.
But awesome.
And skinnier,
I
but not better looking.
I have to admit that when I was fooling around with some of the stuff I have over here, I apparently knocked my microphone off.
What?
So I blew the rad opening to our show. My bad, sorry.
So we can people could imagine you were saying something else, totally different.
They know what I say when it comes to
Speaking
saying it.
speaking Japanese.
And you guys got mics on, so they kind of overheard it from there. But anyways, we do have an awesome show for you guys. Of course, not the least of Grand Theft Auto 4. Do you know not only we're going to show the new trailer that just came out 45, 50 minutes ago, but also we're going to give folks at home, check this out, a chance to win $10,000.
That's
That's crazy.
That's pretty awesome.
That's super awesome.
Just the folks at home?
Yeah, well, you guys actually can do this one. It's not necessarily just us,
Excellent.
so yeah, the employees are probably okay for this one.
Excellent.
We're also joined by Carl Lumley. Do you guys know who Carl Lumley is?
I know who
I do
Carl
now.
Lumley
Yeah,
is.
you do? Dude, the Martian Manhunter? Alias?
I didn't, but then this morning everyone was just rattling off everything he's done, and
Oh, yeah.
it's quite a list.
It's super impressive. And then we also got Echochrome, Yakuza 3, which is it's a pretty neat PS3 game that's kind of crazy. Crisis Core, of course, you did the review for that.
Crisis Core.
Yeah, I like
Great
the
stuff.
video review. It was good. I got to get the game. Battlefield Bad Company, I know Sean and those guys are playing that. I've tried it. It's kind of like Call of Duty 4 except with tanks and stuff. So and you can blow holes in any wall you want, so that's pretty awesome. And then we got some WiiWare stuff, some Tikal, some other business. But yeah, crazy show, huh?
Full show.
Yeah, totally. So should we go ahead and get to our business that we have right here for Grand Theft Auto?
Let's make them wait.
All right, let's go ahead and I'm going to go with Kevin. Let's go ahead and check out Grand Theft Auto.
I win.
None of you move! Get on the floor!
Liberty City, Brooks, Dukes.
We got real problems.
Anyway, this is Liberty City, young stuff alive.
LCPD! Freeze! I said freeze!
They're just some dead boys.
Whenever I say to go see him. And shut him up!
Before sundown, bring the gun come.
I paid you to do a man's job, amateur!
You know, sometimes you gotta break some omelets to make some eggs, you know what I'm saying?
Liberty City. We are the real
Everyone's a rat!
Not me.
Good Lord. What are you doing?
Nothing.
There you have it, a look at Grand Theft Auto 4. We're getting closer, and with that new trailer just hitting today, I know I'm excited, and you are also excited, right?
Well, yes, I am. I'm very excited. Actually, I remember the first Grand Theft because I have a son who has brought me through the game world. So we had several arguments about it. Our view was always he could have the game, he could play it, but he had to sit through the lecture or the argument.
Oh,
So,
yeah? How old is he?
He's 19 now.
Oh, wow, all right.
Yeah.
So he's been playing for a while now.
Oh,
so,
yes,
So
yes.
he was a youngster. For the folks at home that don't know, which I find it hard to believe at this point, Carl Lumley, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Ryan.
Very excited to have you here, sir. You've been in the business for like since the 70s, right?
Yes, I have. I started doing theater in the 70s, and then I did a show called Cagney and Lacey in the 80s, and then
The Adventures
you
of
know,
Buckaroo Banzai.
Yes, sir.
You got all kinds of good stuff.
Through Alias, and now I'm in your world.
That's right. That's why we have you here
The
today.
real world.
Command and Conquer 3, Kane's Wrath. You play the leader of the Brotherhood, or actually the Black Hand, correct?
That's right, Brother Marcion.
Yes.
Who broke away when it seemed to him that Cain had become a false prophet. And he went off into the wilderness and tried to hold things together because he still believes.
Oh yeah. Now we have supposedly brought a clip. We have a clip from the business you're doing in Command and Conquer 3.
Okay.
I think we're gonna take a look at that, and we'll come right back with you,
Okay.
sir. So let's go ahead and roll it.
Kate. Yes, my brother. I am still among the living. No. What's the matter, my son? You do not seem very happy to see me.
If I knew, if I thought,
You wouldn't have betrayed me.
That was a short look at what you're doing in Command and Conquer 3. I was actually just pointing my laptop and showing the chat room so you could see all the people watching live. But you were just saying also that was one of the first times you actually got to see that stuff,
Yes,
right?
yes. Since the day we shot it, I've seen some stills of what happened on the day, but this was the first action, and of course that's the contrite Brother Marcion.
How long ago, from the time you guys filmed it to the time we're playing it now?
It seems to me it was about 9 months, 10 months
wow.
ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was Joe Kukin in that clip with you, right?
Yes.
He's a pretty cool guy.
He's a very, very cool guy. In fact, that was one of the, there was so much about doing the shoot that was a lot of fun, but one of the things was that he's quite serious about what he does, but he also believes it should be fun, and I think that's, you know, part of the ethic of the gaming community, you know. Take it seriously, but have as much fun as you can doing it.
Oh yeah, I think you can definitely tell us the atmosphere we have here at GameSpot as people are running around before the show, getting everything set. So it's definitely, I think, a philosophy that flows through the video game industry as a whole. Well, now you were talking about your son being one of your links to this video game world.
Yes,
you
definitely.
yourself, you picking up a controller at all, or?
Well, you know, I got to admit, Tiger Woods golf kind of got me in.
Yeah.
He started with Myst, actually, which I will admit to being a closet Myst player for a while. But he's brought me along, and you know, he brought me through a lot of things, including this idea of the violence and what effect it might or might not have on players. And, you know, point of fact, I've come to a point where I realize that sometimes the evening news is maybe as violent, and that the take that people take on it, absolute black and white, right or wrong, is maybe more detrimental in some ways to the development of children. So I'm more of an advocate of the gaming world than I used to be, and kind of excited about where it may be going.
Oh yeah, and I think, I mean, actually really interested to hear your thoughts on it. I mean, you see these movies, you know, that you've made over the years and these TV shows, and now we're getting to the point where, I mean, the stuff that we're controlling and playing is basically, in terms of visual quality and everything, getting pretty much to be photorealistic.
Absolutely. And I think that some themes are easier to accept in a video game. The idea that, you know, you can save the world is something that, you know, as a player, you can get involved with without feeling shame, in fact, with feeling pride and actually making things happen.
And it's not so bad when you got your son who on Thursday night is going to go save the world and then probably do it again on Friday in another game. So
well, hopefully not on Friday, because I also wanted to study. He's a sophomore in college, and he knows how critically important that is. And I also know that it's a tremendous recreation, and sometimes I think the escape, certainly in what I do, I don't think I would be able to simply work all the time. I think sometimes the quality of the escape you get lets you do more serious work.
No, I believe it, definitely. I do want to give some time to the folks at home that might have some questions for you as we let those come in, giving them a heads up. Now, I'll be honest, I'm a huge fan of yours. Justice League, of course, Justice League Unlimited, Superman, John Jones, for you that don't know, The Martian Manhunter, that's got to be the funnest thing in the world to play.
That was the best. That was absolutely the best. I think, you know, the idea of being one of a kind in the universe, everybody wants that.
Oh, yeah. That's not bad.
Everybody wants that.
Of course, Marcus Dixon on Alias is, I think, where a lot of people probably have seen you before. They're actually going to be showing some footage, I believe, as we're talking here. There you are. I believe that's from Alias.
And there's Jennifer Garner.
Oh, yeah. Was that a fun series to work on?
That was a tremendous, tremendous experience.
You've done all kinds of business, sir.
Yeah, I've been out here for 5 years.
Oh, yeah. There you are in the Command and Conquer right there.
Yes. And that's a film that I did in Africa.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, sir.
Compendium.
I'm going to peek my hand over here this way to see what some of the folks at home have to say for us. What are you working on while I do this? What are you working on next?
I'm doing a lot of yard work right now.
Oh, no kidding,
As you know, we're just coming out of the writer's strike, so I've had a bit of time to shape up my garden. And then one of the pieces you just saw is a film that I did in Namibia, playing the president of Namibia, and so that should be coming out fairly soon. I'm doing some promotion work for that. And then heading back down and casting my line and seeing what I catch.
Do you think, with the experience, that most of the questions you have, by the way, are pretty much that you're awesome? But before we move on, is there anything that you want to say in terms of the work that you've done in the video games? Is this something that you'll be doing again? I know you did the Alias voiceover work for Marcus before. Those are the two games that I know that you've done.
Well, you know, I hope to be doing some more video work because, as I say, I've had a pretty decent mind change about what I think, where I think the video game world is now. Obviously, the influence that it has and the potential it has for more influence. I'm hoping that the games get more involved in it. Maybe as the live action and the video game world mesh, that we begin to see more feature-like game projects involving greater interactivity. And you know, I have no problem with employment.
Right on. Carl, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming by.
My pleasure.
Really
Ryan.
do appreciate it. Hope to see you back here again, sir.
All right.
And right now we're going to be taking a look at Echochrome, which is an awesome game that is basically right over on that side of the studio and is standing by with Kevin and others. Go ahead, take it away, guys.
It's a crowd over here. This is, we're flanking.
We are flanking.
Yes, we are flanking Chris Waters, super producer.
Flank E.
Yes, that's right. Who's brought the PS3 version of Echochrome freshly downloaded from the Japanese PlayStation Store.
I have indeed. It just came out last week in Japan, and we got our hands on it. Show you some of what this little simple line drawn, but not so simple puzzles is all about.
Excellent. Well, let's take a look, and while we wait for that to load up, what can you tell us about Echochrome?
Well, the basic premise is you've got this animated figure who looks like something a drawing student might pose in order to draw the human form, and he sort of inhabits these worlds of lines and elevators and holes, and you gotta navigate him around and try to stand in certain spots. And
let's get navigating.
It's all very strange. But let's take a look. All right, so from the menu here, you've got play as infinite mode, just drops you in randomly to one of the many puzzles, but we'll go to box and select one that I have some familiarity with. So
that's no fun.
Yeah, I jumped in and tried to do this hello one earlier. You guys see this? Very difficult. So we're gonna go with this one, B2, because I kind of know my way around it. And it definitely takes some getting used to. So you see you're dropped in, you get a little preview, and basically your character, once the game starts, will be moving constantly. So we're started up, and he's just gonna start walking. Now I can stop him walking for a little bit to think, but mostly he's just gonna keep walking. And then these black things are holes, and if there's nothing below you, you fall into the abyss.
I think he might have died, Chris.
Yeah, I don't think you solved that.
So what we're gonna wanna do is find a place for him to actually fall. Now the key is, once you're in action, you've gotta start thinking of this as a two-dimensional puzzle. So he's gonna fall through the hole, but if I look at this two-dimensionally, that platform is right below him, even though we know it's not. And so I just walked onto that character and fulfilled one of my sort of checkpoints.
That's deep.
And pretty much what you do is rotate the stage around, stop him or make him go, and just try to overlap different sections to get him to different parts.
All right, now Chris, I'm confused because you're down at the bottom of that level. How are you going to get him up to the top?
The nice thing about Echochrome is that you can't ever get to a spot where you can't get back. So we need to find a way to elevate him, and this little white circle is a lift. So we gotta find some way for him to walk onto that. And how we can accomplish that is, basically if you try to match up these edges, and if they disappear and become flush like that, now our little dude is just gonna walk right onto that. Boom. And all of a sudden he's up here.
And down he goes.
Down he goes.
Excellent.
And now I'm gonna,
So wait, what's the dude you just fell on?
those little silhouettes are places you need to get to in order to pass the level.
They're not dudes.
They are shadow dudes. I don't know what the official terminology is. So now I'm about to get flung up. I need to get in a position where I can get onto this guy's thing. Well, let's just see if it'll fling me straight over there. Nope. And he won't just walk off an edge. So you'll see here, he's walking towards an edge, he'll make a turn. He won't just walk straight off. But he will fall through holes, so now we're back down.
Wait, that's where you were earlier.
It's true. I'm just gonna try to get him on.
Are there any other modes that we can look at? Are these all standalone puzzles, or is this pretty much how the entire game works?
They're standalone puzzles, and you start playing the infinite mode, and you'll just keep on playing until the cows come home. Oh,
and there you go. Oh, and there's another one that appeared up there.
And there's one more. Am I gonna follow my doom?
So I've got a question from Sean Hackett in North Bay. He says it looks really odd. Is it really fun?
You know what, Sean? It is fun, but it definitely takes some getting used to. You'll definitely hurt your brain a little bit trying to figure out how this little dude's gonna move throughout the world. And you'll notice now, I've put the hole out of sight, so he can't fall through it. And boom. So let's take a look at another level, because they get real complicated and real strange. Any more questions?
While that's loading, Mark from Belfast wants to know, will I go completely insane playing this game? We're assuming he's not already insane.
You might need to put down the controller and step away after a little bit. So let's take a look. Because, just when you sort of think you've got the whole puzzle figured out or the whole way the world works figured out, your dude will go flying off in some direction you didn't expect and land on a platform you don't expect.
Oh my dear Lord in heaven, what is this?
This is the last stage, I guess you could call it. So there's not much hope of success here. But you see there's also stairs which help him change elevation, but that's pretty much all the elements you'll see in this game as you play through.
Holy smokes.
Let's see if we can make him, and yeah, so it gets kind of crazy. Another interesting mode, just before we throw it back here, you can actually create your own puzzles in the canvas mode. So this fires up, and you can get to work in, placing boxes, presumably. I'll be able to do that. And then, changing it. I want to make this thing, I want to make this and that. It's pretty cool. So you can see there's a lot here, even though it's a pretty simple concept, there's a lot going on and a lot to challenge people, so it should be a pretty exciting release.
Cool. How much was it? Do you know?
I don't know. I think we magicked up some yen somehow, got it. I'm not sure. The release date's not announced yet for North America, so got a bit to wait, but look forward to it.
Well, thank you so much, Chris Waters, super producer again.
Super producer. My pleasure,
and, good look at Echochrome, and we're gonna head back over and talk to Ryan McDonald over on the sitting set.
We got another Japanese game.
We do have another Japanese game.
Thanks you guys so much for the Echochrome. Now, I'm being joined by Takeshi Hiroka. How you doing? How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Yeah, good to be on the side.
So, as they raised the crazy studio volume there for a moment, I've got a game here that I had a little trouble with trying to play, and you came over to help me, and then it became extremely apparent that you should be the one that's doing the demo. So here you are, Yakuza 3, or I guess I should be saying that it's Ryuga how do you say, Gotaku
Kenzan.
Thank you, sir. That is what it's called in Japan. It just came out there, GameSpot Japan. I think it was Keto, right? Keto gave it an 8.5, so there you go. It's the GameSpot Japan saying it's pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a look at it, see what you got.
All right.
Now, I should start off by saying, since you were the man that puts together a show called Import Friendly.
Yes, sir.
Let's start there. Is this an import friendly game, sir?
Well, once you get into the fighting, it is, but until you get there, there's a lot of reading involved, so you might want to wait for the translation, or wait for some of those guides to come out.
Yeah, because I'll tell them straight, dude. It was like an hour to get to this part, and it was like all kinds of talking, walking from place to place. And you're not sure where you're going, but then you get to this part, like you said, and wham, you get the sword out, and you're having all kinds of fun.
Yep.
So why don't you tell us about the game a little bit? It's not just about running through and hacking and slashing. There's all kinds of walking around talking. I mean, I'll be honest, it kind of reminded me of Shenmue in the first part of it. Is that crazy or what?
Sure. Yeah, for the people that's played Yakuza before, it's not in the present anymore. It's back in the 1600s, and it's all this samurai stuff, and you're apparently playing a pretty badass swordsman.
Now, you were telling me a little bit about this guy. His name, if I get it right, is Miyamoto Musashi?
Yeah, he is an actual historical figure, and he's actually the one that came up with the dual sworded technique. in the 1600s.
And we were having a little discussion before the show how you were telling me some of the historical storyline behind this guy and how he was a great warrior and basically took on like crazy odds and came out and through it. Kind of similar to the story that we find in Hero, or I should say Heroes with Hero and the Kensei.
Right.
But so yeah, this is not in modern periods, but in the they call the Edo period in 1605. There are 4 fighting styles. Is that right? I saw you had the fists.
Right. You start off with the fists, and actually you kind of flash back to this point, and you get your sword.
This is obviously he's got the one-sworded action yet, so he hasn't thought to pick up a second sword yet.
Right, and then a little bit further on in the game, you learn how to use your second sword, and they do have a pretty good tutorial system where whenever you get a new technique, they train you on that technique really quickly. And get you on your way.
Now, what is the? I know we've been trying this out throughout today. Do you know anything about the Big Blade? That is apparently the 4th fighting style.
I actually haven't tried any of that, so I couldn't say anything about that.
This was released March 6th in Japan. No current release date for the U.S. Is that right?
Right. We're still actually waiting for Yakuza 2 to come out over here. I believe that's coming sometime in a couple of months.
So we're getting ahead of ourselves, like way far ahead of ourselves.
Right.
All right. Well, that's we like to keep you on the edge here and on the spot. Aaron Thomas, do you have any questions for us, sir?
I have an important question.
Okay.
Ben Parker from Alameda wants to know: can you cut off people's limbs and use them as weapons?
I'm going to say no, but Takeshi?
I haven't done that yet.
All right. That might be more advanced later levels, but no, kind of doubt it.
We have Scott McLovin, which I don't think is his last name, from Montreal, wants to know is there multiplayer and is it online?
I don't believe there's any multiplayer in this game.
No. That's negative, sir. Do you have any more questions for us, Mr. Aaron Thomas, or should I come back to you?
Someone wants to tell me he has a nice Star Wars shirt on.
You do have a very nice Star Wars shirt, Takeshi.
Thank you.
So while Aaron's looking for some more questions over there that are not just about your Star Wars shirt, is this? I started off by asking you, is this game import friendly? We said that if you can get past the first hour of Japanese text, which I doubt, that yes, you are getting to the sword playing part and having fun, but
well, it still is pretty language heavy, even after you get to this point. There's a lot of drama. The story does seem very, very interesting.
Okay.
So it's really worth getting into, but if you don't understand it, then, you're missing a good part of it. So, probably good to wait for the translation.
Okay. So Yakuza 3, PlayStation 3 is what we're planning on. It is not scheduled for a U.S. release date just yet, but it will be supposedly coming. Yakuza 2 is still coming.
Sure.
So stand by and wait to hear more about this. Takeshi, when can we see the next import friendly coming from you, sir?
It'll be coming up next week.
Next week,
Yep.
import friendly. Can you give us a little sneak peek of what you're gonna have on there? Or?
Sure. I'm covering a bunch of retro games on the portable systems, PSP, DS. So stay tuned.
Is that going to be ready for can we show it on the spot next week?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
It'll be ready next week.
Super cool. Thanks again for coming by, Takeshi.
Thank
really
you.
Appreciate you spending time with the Yakuza. And I'm going to throw it over to our good friends who are standing by with Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. Is that correct, Mr. Kevin Van Ward?
That is correct. I've got Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII here with me now.
And me.
And Aaron. But, I'm talking about the important stuff here now. So we can move past that.
It's not nice.
I'm sorry. What can I say?
Why don't you just play the game, man?
This
Leave me
game
alone.
Yeah, well, we're moving on now, Aaron. Is that okay? Okay. So this game just got reviewed. Crisis Core came out this week on Tuesday. So chances are, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, you already have a copy. But
what did this game get? What'd you give it?
It just happened to get a 9. This is quite the superb game. If you're looking for a great handheld role-playing game, this is probably the one that you're going to want to play. So here, if we want to take a look at the game, gameplay started already. That's quite nice. It is random battles, although within the context of the game, they're not turn-based. And a couple things to note here. Number one, the combat interface itself. You can see down at the bottom right. I can use the shoulder buttons to switch between different possibilities and different attacks down there. A lot of the game boils down to just pounding on the attack button, at least for the first half. This is probably about halfway through the game. I think Zach is level 21 at this point.
I like how you're not killing dudes, you're resolving conflicts.
That's right.
It's very nice.
So pulling off some Thunder Spell there, some Thundera.
So what's going on up here in the top left? This slot machine looking.
Yes,
thing.
indeed. Let's try to find some more combat to look at that. That's the Digital Mind Wave, or the DMW. What you're seeing there is basically, I could call it a series of dice rolls, although it's really just a whole bunch of slot machine stuff there. And what that's doing is it's determining any limit breaks that I perform and determining leveling up. So it's you could say that leveling up and limit breaks are done completely at random. That's not quite the case, but you don't have any control over when you perform special attacks like limit breaks or leveling up. It's not done by gaining experience at all through the game.
Now I was cheating and I was looking at the questions beforehand, and someone noticed, like I did in your review, how you mentioned that the story was real emotional, and that you may even shed a tear.
That is true.
I want to know, did you cry, and is it really that emotional? That's up.
I'm afraid to say if I shed any tears or not, because I know that'll come back to haunt me. Truth is, yes, I was very moved by a lot of what was happening, and somebody asked me, well, do you need to know what happened in Final Fantasy VII or be a fan of that game to really get out what you need out of Crisis Core? And I would say absolutely not. I think that you would probably have to be pretty heartless and soulless to not be moved by the story in some way or another. And you don't need to be a Final Fantasy VII fan to really get why that is, I think. I don't want to give away any spoilers. Almost anything I could say about the story could be considered a spoiler, because this is a prequel to the original Final Fantasy VII, but...
Cool. Some questions for you guys, if you don't mind.
Fire away.
All right, I'll try to stay away from some of the stuff you covered already. I would say that Bender Unit 22 at Switzerland wants to know, does US version come with Japanese voice tracks?
You know what? I believe it does, but I didn't actually look at that. Okay. I believe it does come with Japanese voice tracks, though. But actually, the English voice acting is pretty good. So I know there are a lot of purists out there that like the original Japanese track, but I don't think that it's a bad thing to listen to the English voiceovers in this case.
John Fell out of Warwick wants to know, should all Final Fantasy games in the future be made this way?
You know what? I don't know that I want to say that. Yeah. One of the great things about the series is that it never rests on its laurels, really. I mean, the combat's different in almost every game at this point. So I think we got to give props where it's due in a case like that. This works really well for this game on the portable platform. The fact that it's friendly. Here's what happens when you actually get some slot matches there. When I match the left and the right character in the machine in the DMW here.
I've seen that character before.
Yes, you have. It's some chocobos there. So Chocobo Stomp is the limit break that I'm going to unleash. Probably the most amusing to watch of them all. And down you go. Except I've been silenced, so I'm going to use a quick ether here.
Out of New York was hoping you could tell him what happens when you get 3 Sephiroths on the limit break.
When you get 3 Sephiroths, whenever you get 3, well, here's Angeal that we're gonna unleash here. Whenever you match 3, you get the attack, the limit break that's most associated with that particular character. So in that case, I believe it's an Octaslash. I'm so afraid to misspeak because I know the fans are gonna come after me, but it might be Octaslash.
Adam Geary out of Plymouth wants to know, does Crisis Core have any of the old theme songs from Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, you'll recognize some of the music. You'll also recognize even some of the sound effects are carried over. But most of the soundtrack is new. You'll certainly hear the infamous end battle sequence after you finish particular missions and whatnot.
How does that go?
Dun, da, 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 da.
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
That was really good.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I've been practicing that. So I actually just finished a mini boss there, and I'm still silenced because
You seem to be getting in fights like every 10 seconds. Is it like this the whole time, or are you just like in an area heavy with
It's actually, this is a particularly combat heavy area. That's why I chose it for the show. But it depends on the area that you're in. I think the game is really well paced. You're certainly going to go through quiet moments. You got to put together like a flower wagon and some stuff like that. So there's some side quests that are really easygoing. Yeah. So Zach says it's too hot and we need to find a way to adjust the temperature. I don't think that this is actually not a.
Can I sneak in one more
a
question before you
required,
guys are
quest
through
here.
over there?
Yeah, give us one more.
I got DJ Quack out of Markham. He wants to know, can you ride on a chocobo as a vehicle?
No.
What?
No chocobo vehicles. Zach is the only playable character, and you end up running around as Zach for the entire game.
It's outrageous.
So no chocobo riding. Not unless it's an unlocked secret that I never managed to come across. There are certainly things to find and things to unlock in the game that are obviously meant for fans of the series. But in that case, no, I didn't find any chocobos to ride.
Excellent.
Well, speaking of vehicles, Ryan, you've got something that's got some cool vehicles in it, right? You got
Dude.
something you can blow some holes in some walls?
Oh yeah,
Does it
totally.
ring a bell?
I do. Thank you so much for showing us the Final Fantasy. I'm totally gonna have to pick that up. But the game that I've got to go home and play like immediately is Battlefield Bad Company, and you are here, Sean McGinnis, to show us what Battlefield is all about. Dude, I saw this game earlier. You were showing it off in the community room.
Yeah. It's a lot of
You
fun.
should just play this game.
All right, yeah, so what we've got here is the private beta for Battlefield Bad Company, which is the upcoming console version of Battlefield. So why don't we go ahead and jump right in here. Yeah, and the really cool, unique thing about this game is the destructible environments.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just jump right into it and blow the crap out of this building right
Boom.
here. Yeah, and you see that's all done in the game engine right there.
Yeah, this is not like this building. It's like anywhere he can go and find wood.
Yeah, pretty much. Wood, you can even do it to like cement walls and stuff like that. And the really cool thing is that sometimes you'll run up into a building and you'll want to get in, but you can't find a door, so you just make a door yourself, which is pretty fun.
So are you actually online playing with people right now?
Yeah, I'm playing online against people right now. The thing about this is that the total number of players is it's been notched down a little bit from the old games. This is 24 maximum. But yeah, there's still a lot of mayhem, a lot of chaos going on all over the screen.
It seemed to me when I was looking at it earlier that the map, at least for this particular multiplayer beta that we were seeing, was actually not quite as big as some of the other ones that we'd seen, so like Battlefield 2 or anything like that. So the lower kind of count for people might not be that big of a deal, right?
The thing about this mode here, what we're playing is called Gold Rush, and the way it works is that the attacking team, depending on how well they're doing in the game, they're going to unlock more and more of the level, and they're going to make it bigger and bigger as the defending team loses their territories.
They'd actually kind of done something like that before, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true, yeah. But yeah, if you just jump into the beginning, the level might seem a little small.
But why don't you go ahead and get back in here so we can see your business. Oh, that's right, you get your loading time on.
Yeah.
A little bit of a penalty for getting killed.
Definitely.
While we're looking at this is of course from DICE, the same people that have brought us the Battlefield games before.
Yep.
You got the destructible environments. Now the crazy thing is, here we are looking, and you just keep on dying, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit I'm not the best Battlefield player in the world.
Totally hand me that controller.
You want to take over?
I would totally love to play this game.
By all means.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like even before we were trying to show. Oh, look at.
Yeah, what you did right there is you can choose to spawn at your team's base, or you can spawn next to a squad member. So you chose to spawn next to a squad member, and that put you in the tank that they were in.
Now, do you actually know if these grenades that I launched at these tanks actually have any effect?
Not really on the tanks.
All right, then I'll stop doing that and get hit by the airstrike. But this tree over here, just to show the destructible environments, look at that.
Yeah, the trees are pretty fun.
Oh yeah. Now, I'll be honest, in the time that I got to spend with it earlier, I'm a huge fan of Call of Duty 4. It's pretty much all I do in any bit of my free time. To me, it seems a whole lot like Call of Duty 4, maybe a notch slower, obviously.
It is. I mean, like, controls-wise and presentation-wise, it's a lot like Call of Duty 4.
I'm pushing the left thumbstick to run, right?
Yeah, exactly. You pull the left trigger and you zoom in on your gun and everything like that. So it's pretty similar, but it's not quite as fast-paced as Call of Duty 4.
No.
Like Call of Duty 4, you die and you're right back in the game. You're back in it. But here you've got that penalty where you have to wait like 10 seconds.
So let's find out together. Can I stand up here and blow a hole in the floor and fall?
The ceilings you can't quite blow up, but the walls you can.
That is, oh come on.
Yeah.
Breaking the fourth wall there. Yeah.
Jack Aiden from Canada wants to know if you can be hurt or killed by collapsing scenery.
Not that I've noticed. The thing about the collapsing scenery is that it tends to come along with grenades. So those are what hurt you, but the walls themselves don't really hurt.
The one neat thing is I did see there was like these crazy, like, it was basically an artillery turret. And I was sitting out there just lobbing them at the enemy base.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because I could just see those guys freaking out because I just blown the heck out of the city, you know? Oh, that guy's gonna shoot.
Yeah, there's lots of turrets. You can jump on to like a Humvee that somebody else is driving, get on that turret gun, so it's a lot of fun, yeah.
The one thing is I'm not seeing any Oh, okay, there we go. There's a bad guy over there, huh?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna sneak over here.
So what you can do is just blow a hole in the back of that building. Don't even bother with the door. That might be a little tough.
Oh, that's totally not gonna happen.
No. All right.
Which is I heard tell that you'll be that EA is actually going to be selling individual weapons online for download.
Yeah, that's
for
kind of been a
cost.
big controversy lately. Yeah.
Is that for real?
Yeah. What they're going to do is they're going to sell the standard $60 version and then like a complete gold version, which is $70. And the gold one, it comes with like extra weapons, which you can also download on Xbox Live and PlayStation Network. Sort of seems like a new business model that EA might be testing out. It's I have to admit I'm not a huge fan of it.
No?
Because it kind of distorts the level playing field a little bit. They say that the weapons are going to be pretty balanced, but I mean, just having a variety of weapons to choose from seems like an advantage in itself.
Now, you've already tried it, so I won't do it. You say it only takes 5 knife strikes to take down a tree, is that right?
I did. I actually went up to a tree, counted, takes 5 knife strikes to cut it down.
Let's see.
You guys have taken out
1,
more trees than you have
2,
people.
3,
Sorry.
4, and 5. There
Yep,
you go.
There you go. Check.
And it just knocked out a fence as it fell down.
Oh, did it really?
Uh-huh.
Let's see. I want to see.
That fence was right by.
Look at that. That is good business, Sean. Sean McInnes, I'll hand that controller back to you. Any more questions before we go, Aaron Thomas?
There's some questions about classes. Are there different classes of soldiers and stuff like that?
Yeah, basically you've got pretty much the same 5 standard classes that you're going to see in most every Battlefield game. You've got the Assault class, which is the all-around one. You've got the, see, they're listed right here. You've got Demolition, which is the anti-tank gun. You've got a bazooka there. You've got the Recon, the Sniper, Specialist, which is, they're sort of the explosive class.
Tracer gun?
Yeah, the Tracer gun is pretty sweet. And the Support class, which is just sort of like an all-around, you're a medic, you're a light machine gunner, and you're an auto repair mechanic.
Oh, cool, right on.
Yeah.
Kind of combining some of the medic and the engineer duties all in the one dude.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where it's at.
Got this sweet little gun. You can go up and repair people, and if you have the patience, you can also kill enemies with it, but it takes quite a long time. But it's pretty funny,
That's
though.
way too long. So there's 2 maps available in this beta that you can get. Is it, anybody's logged on the Xbox Live download, is that right?
It's a private beta, so not everybody can get on it. They've got a few promotions going on where
Okay.
you can get keys, but yeah, there's a ton of people playing. It seems really popular so far. You won't have any problem finding a match. It's a lot
So
of
this
fun.
is release date June 23rd officially?
June 23rd for 360 and PS3.
That's awesome. That is super awesome. Hey, Sean McInnes, always a pleasure, sir.
My pleasure.
The whole 2 times I think we've done this so far.
Yeah.
You're going to be joining us tomorrow for the Call of Duty 4 tournament.
Call of
right?
Duty 4 tournament, exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm going to
it's
bring
gonna
some
be a lot of fun.
airsoft, maybe camouflage, some camo netting in here. You know,
We're gonna have to do it up. It'll
All
be
right,
fun.
Sweet.
All
We're
right.
gonna throw it this way though because Takeshi has some crazy WiiWare stuff and all kinds of business. What do you guys got over there?
Hey, yeah, we got some WiiWare over here. Japan just released WiiWare on the 25th, and we were able to download all 9 release games. So we're doing something different today, aren't we, Ryan?
Yeah, actually, there's a bunch of people getting settled over here because as you're about to see. There's also another game that we have over here. We're gonna let you guys do some battles. We're gonna let you show some WiiWare stuff.
Okay.
But you know, to avoid showing some games that necessarily aren't the most popular, I'm gonna keep my eye on the chat room. And I'm also going to look at what the people are saying about the game you're playing, Takeshi. And then I've also got my good friend Don Francis over here. And Don Francis is getting geared up to show us some Tikal for the Xbox Live. Tikal is a crazy puzzle game, but basically I'm going to have a gong. So as soon as Don sits down, I'm going to pull this gong out. There you go. Check this out. This is where the show gets crazy.
Oh my goodness.
So like up to this point, Carl Lumley has been sitting over there watching our show. Or did he sneak out? He totally snuck out, huh?
Yeah.
He fears the gong.
All right.
He phased through the floor and went downstairs.
All right. Oh, I'm glad that Carl Lumley stayed long enough to see Battlefield Bad Company and then snuck out before we had the gong. I'm not saying that I have my doubts about this.
Yeah.
But either way, so Takeshi, I'm gonna give you. This is gonna be 10 minutes if you guys got good business. If it's not, it's gonna be like 5. Either way, this way you guys are gonna start is I'm gonna let you go. You show us some WiiWare stuff. I'll watch the kids in the chat room. They say gong, dude. You're getting the gong. We're going to Don. Don, let you go for a little while. Doesn't work out. Going back to Takeshi, see if he's got something better.
We're gonna be over here for a while. Then.
So this is like the speed round, the lightning round
All right.
on the spot. So why don't you go ahead and start with what you got, Takeshi?
Sure. I have this vertical shooter game called Star Soldier R. This is probably one of the better games on WiiWare right now. Let's go with the 5-minute mode here. This is just like your classic vertical shooter.
How much do these games cost?
They go anywhere from about 500 to, at the high end, it's 1,500 credits for just a console.
Sorry, dude.
Oh, man.
Really?
Oh.
Come over here.
Somebody's not a shmup fan.
All right, drop the bricks.
We are live from the Amazon, and I am dropping bricks the size of coconuts over here.
Yeah.
And they're only getting bigger in the future because this is the past.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at this. We got green bricks, we got yellow bricks.
Yeah.
And we're just bricking out. And I pull up the power up.
Yeah.
Boom!
That's some good business.
Just blew up
So you
that
tell
wall.
me this is like Tetris except with some Aztec business?
Yes, except what you do is you put together 4 bricks.
Yeah.
And then you can blow darts through walls. Can you blow darts through walls in other games?
In Battlefield Bad Company, you can blow through all kinds of stuff.
Ah, well, this
All
is
right,
the...
critical gong. Sorry. Oh, going back to Casey, what else you got?
Okay, I got some Dr. Mario over
This
here.
is the best thing ever, by the way.
Oh, they got the music going.
I can't
Jesse.
believe that got more
It's Dr. Mario. How can you go wrong with Dr. Mario? We're gonna find out.
All right.
Let's get some. The one thing I didn't expect is that the people in the chat room would be nearly as torn between you two. Either way, I'm watching.
Wait a minute
Dr.
now.
Mario.
Are we
I've
sure
seen
this isn't
game.
the same game?
I used to
I
date
think it
someone
is
that
the
played
same
this. Their
game,
mother
actually.
played this game like constantly. We're going over so now we're over here.
Well, this has the awesome music from back in the day.
I don't know. I'm just gonna hit this.
Stuck in your head.
What?
And I'm building walls again. And
Yes.
I pull this up and boom!
That's
More
1,800
bricks.
points.
Word.
That is super bricks breaking.
I am building the points and the momentum.
Surrounded by puzzle madness.
The walls are only getting bigger, but no walls can hold me today.
Aztecs and doctors.
That's right.
Building.
That's right.
That's what it's about. Here on the spot.
That's right. And we got spears.
These people are
Spears of mixed coatl.
You know what? All I see in the chat room is gong. So I'm just gonna say, apparently we all lose.
Come on, puzzle fans unite.
That's
All
right.
I'm gonna give you a gong here.
I completed a level.
All right, that's cool. That won't seem so bad. When
These
we go over
games
to
are like
Takeshi. I saw
$5.
Genki? Takeshi? Genki?
Long Pause is the next game coming up.
What is it?
Long Pause.
More puzzle.
Oh no, it's going to be also known as Gong in a minute.
It's another, puzzle type game where you have to line up balls.
I'm
You
gonna
can
take some
never
time
have
for
too many
myself
line them up
and the
puzzle
audience
games.
at this point.
Oh no,
We
got to do one move.
This is really exciting.
Do a move before we get gonged.
I'm gonna let you guys have it long enough for where it shows up on the screen and people are like, no.
Oh, it's like an egg tray with a ton of
Yeah.
Easter eggs.
All right, we need a level over here too, Don.
Right on. Well, you guys did a level. I'm sticking with it. You guys are doing good. Here it goes, though. Watch. Watch. I'm waiting.
Oh, I don't
Here it
know.
comes. Oh, they want me
There
to
you
gong before it even
go.
starts. Bam!
Did you know that Olmec craftsmen were able to carve large 10-foot tall stone heads?
Oh, what is going on?
No!
We already
I did not
back
know
to that.
Oh, we're not even loaded yet. Gong again.
Excellent.
No, it's coming up. We'll pick a good one here.
You got a
What's
good
that
one?
little dude with the
Hit that
square
screen.
and
Let's
the
see
arms?
that-
sticking out?
That's a word game.
Oh.
Oh, you know.
This is
It's a
about as good
Japanese
as I
word
thought this would
game.
go.
Doesn't sound
it's called
import friendly.
Moji
Does it have Jaguar
Pitan. No, it's not
I don't
import friendly
know.
at all.
I just unlocked a Jaguar strike.
That sounds pretty cool. I want to see some Jaguar
I'm
strikes.
going to
okay.
the cornfields and I'm going to make some Jaguar
Excellent.
strikes.
All right, Jaguar strike.
That's right.
Jaguar strike.
Stand by.
Jaguar strike.
I
don't see no Jaguar strikes.
Well, I just unlocked it. It
Oh,
has to,
you gotta,
I
like,
have to fill
build
up
it
that
up.
meter at the bottom.
We'll come
that
back.
red- Oh.
Takeshi.
All right. So this is Moji Pitan. It's a word game. It's all in Japanese.
I'm so confused.
This is not import friendly?
I'm feeling it come on.
Look at all the characters.
That is
that I don't
totally not
understand.
import friendly,
No,
dude.
not at all.
No, I've got it.
That is not even close.
Oh, you can't gong it unless you can pronounce the name.
The kids are
I am
smoking.
building my
people-
wall, and I'm getting ready to talk to my dead father.
Is this where the Jaguar strike comes?
Maybe. I'm gonna blow another dart through this wall.
All right. Look at that.
Addle addle.
That is like, Indiana Jones style. That
Word.
dude took it in the neck.
Yeah.
Somebody's
Throw me the
going
whip.
down.
I'll throw you the idol.
Yes.
And it's more matching of orange. See, I can build this out. I can just keep that combo going.
Is that happened to the Jaguar strike?
Maybe.
Gift of Toli?
Yeah. Gift of Tohil just blows
Tohil?
everything away.
I want to give like
Don, you're just a big
$10,000 away.
cheese.
Can I do that now?
Sure.
Excellent. Gong it. Oh. Is that our business?
I've got crystal
All right, you got Crystal. That's
Crystal Chronicles.
some Final Fantasy.
Wait, Final
Fantasy.
game.
You can't gong that one.
Yeah.
No.
Gong
It's
that.
quite a different game that you might be expecting, though. It's kind of like you build your own city and you go through and.
They're all very overdressed.
Yes.
I think I've been pretty lenient.
Really?
Can you build a city out of rock and roll?
I don't know. I'm trying to get to the game, though.
You're killing us, Takeshi.
Yeah,
This was our chance. We
We'll
had
come
Final
back.
Fantasy.
Oh!
And I am
We'll be back.
17 hearts away from a power-up, and I completed another level.
Look at that. We come over here, Takeshi. Levels are being completed.
Yes.
You can talk Crash.
You guys
with
are
that
still trying
Jaguar
to
thing
translate
going.
over there. Dude, Jaguar strikes. I have not seen one Jaguar strike.
Well, I'm getting out of the cornfield, so hopefully the Jaguars are not in the cornfields.
All right.
Otherwise, there aren't going to be very many.
All I hear is
farmers.
You're
excuses.
journeying to the cornfields. We are journeying to the cornfields.
We're reading a book.
I want to come and see the crystal. I want to see the final. I just don't see anything over there.
No.
This wall's
not
getting
yet.
bigger, and the blocks are only coming faster.
Look at this.
Explaining a lot of stuff.
All right. I cannot ignore Leon 2365 anymore.
Oh. All right, he
Way
asked
too much
for
fun.
it. Leon asked for it.
All right, got
hey.
something happening. Whoa.
All right, so you're this young king who'd been left to kind of control over his dominion.
Look at those
and
pants.
you have this magic called construct, and you have to make buildings in your little town that you're creating here.
Oh, so this is a city building sim.
It's a city building. It's basically
Talking
like
penguins.
SimCity with
That dude
You
could
know,
not live there. Look how warm it is
Overdressed
there.
Japanese characters.
yes, Mughals and
It's
magic.
going
It's too
down.
damn hot for a penguin just to be walking around.
Effects 656 says I cannot gong the penguin.
No way. What's the deal? Have they told us about our king's pants?
I don't know.
What's going on with those?
What's going on over there?
Jaguar strike.
Did you really? Come back for the Jaguar strike.
Sorry, we missed the Jaguar strike.
Oh, yes.
It's Leon.
I want to
Sure
see.
we
All right.
did.
Are you gonna fight over there or anything? No.
No, we're moving
No.
on.
I have
All right.
Okay, this is the WiiWare menu.
Somebody save me.
All right, we're down to
myself.
a menu now.
Okay.
What happened to Final Fantasy?
Oh, we went back to another game.
Oh.
We got 9 games over here.
No.
We
No.
got games coming
You got
out
really
of
9
ears.
games over there?
Yeah.
This dude's got 1.
Jaguar strike.
Oh. No, he missed the
Actually
Jaguar
two
strike. Apparently I
players,
cannot
so
do
you
the
can pick
Jaguar
up
strike.
another-
Post
Oh,
Jaguar
Aaron
strike.
gets in on the action now.
This is a ping pong game. So
I'm gonna be this
I'm gonna be Mama because she's
So
hot.
WiiWare, live and well in Japan. That's really happening?
Beach. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Oh,
Thank you.
play.
So the best part here is.
No, we're done.
Oh.
That's an all-around world global gong. But thank you guys, seriously.
Yeah, oh no.
That was
it
fun.
a pleasure.
We're bringing the gong back at some point. That was fun. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. Now we're gonna show you. Have you guys seen this thing? This is like brand new too. Guitar Hero. Have you guys seen this? This
I haven't
Aerosmith
seen it.
business.
I got to
You
check
haven't
out
seen
the
it?
game today.
Oh,
And
you-
they left,
oh.
and I'm the one that got the trailer. They gave it to me.
Yeah.
And I held it real close, and now I'm sharing it with the world.
Excellent. Well, thank you, courtesy of Aaron Thomas. We're about to watch the Guitar Hero Aerosmith. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. There you have it, Guitar Hero Aerosmith. You saw the game earlier, Aaron Thomas. Tell us, is it magical?
Surprisingly enough, it has Aerosmith in it.
Yes.
In the game.
Whoa.
Is it similar to the Guitar Hero games?
Yeah, it is. They did do some new stuff. They actually got Steven Tyler in for motion capture work,
Really?
which, I mean, only he can do the things he does. I got to see some of the new songs. There was, well, they're not new, but classic, like Mott the Hoople, Cheap Trick, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. So it's not just Aerosmith, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. I mean, if you love Aerosmith, you're going to be into it. But
how do they, I'm just curious, I'm sure they can just have it within the menu and that's fine, but like, do they actually spin it off as like, these are some of Aerosmith's favorites? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, and it's like them through their careers. The game actually starts with you playing their actual first gig at a high school, and it's got like their first logo in the background, which is pretty cool.
That's
and then
cool.
you move on from there, and it actually has like Clive Davis in the audience in the intro, who signed them to their first contract.
Oh, well,
So,
that's really neat.
Yeah,
and so Aerosmith fans totally should be looking out for that.
Definitely.
When is that coming again?
June.
Oh, wow, so that's not too far away.
So no solid date, but June.
Right on. Do you know where you give or help give away, or at least help GameStop, I guess, give away $10,000 or more for this Grand Theft Auto business? Have you guys heard about this thing?
I heard $10,000.
Oh, yeah. So
that's all that matters.
So like at the end of April, they're gonna have this. They're gonna have this thing that's basically like they're taking over New York for like the right before it comes out, the night of launch. And there's gonna be all these keys, and like if you got a key, you can try to open up one of these little lock boxes at GameStop. Apparently they released the information yesterday, but the only way you can get it apparently is if you actually take yourself down to GameStop. Of course, we're big fans of making it easier on the people at home than actually have to go anywhere or outside. So so we're gonna let you know what the trivia question is and how you actually can enter the contest. Now the trick is this is not like our usual thing. It's not like you should use our form or anything. When you see this question, you have to text the answer. You know, like the phone business that you text.
The kids do.
I don't do that. I'm sorry, I don't do that. But if you want to try to enter this contest, and I think it's actually if you're one of the people with the correct answer, you're flown out to New York, or should I say Liberty City, and you hang out there for the launch thing, see if a key opens up the business. Either way, you're one of these kids winning this contest. You're going to be out there, and they're going to treat you right.
Awesome.
So let's go ahead and see what this question is. So, trivia time. Guess where Nico Bellic hid his lockbox? Text your answer to GSGTA4 and text 1 for Broker. Text 2 for Dukes. Text 3 for Bohan. Text 4 for Algonquin. And text 5 for Alderney. So those will all become apparent as to what the importance is behind those, as of course we get our hands on Grand Theft Auto 4 coming out on April 29th. Look at that. GameSpot saving you a trip to GameStop. You can see that right there. Text it in. You guys gonna?
That was nice of us.
Yeah, I thought so. But whatever.
Helping people get some money.
But besides,
paid.
that'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool if like if I won that. If I won that, that'd be awesome.
You get to bring something with you?
Dude, I don't know. If I got money, I could bring you.
That's a good amount of gil
totally.
for potions, materia, stuff like that.
Speaking of, there was a bunch of questions people asking. Does Crisis Core have any kind of like soda tied to it, like the other ones, like any potion drinks or anything like that? Remember?
Except for the Mountain Dew potion, I can't think of anything else that was in there.
Just checking. We got our own trivia. We have our own trivia aside from helping.
It's like a
you
game
out.
show over
Dude,
here.
it's crazy. I like giving stuff away. So does Vinny. Everybody else. So we got a GameSpot trivia to give away Capcom stuff. I've got a whole bag of this stuff. Look at this. Bam!
They made some good games over at Capcom.
This is from a Capcom gaming event. Did you guys go?
Yeah. They had an event featuring their live arcade games, and
Yeah.
there's some stuff related to that in there.
Can we talk about this stuff? Is it like? Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
What'd
They had
you see?
what did they have? They had the new. I'm drawing a blank. Combat. I'm getting shot. What?
I don't know what's happening here.
They had Plunder, which is a cool game. They had Street Fighter HD. They had.
I don't trust Vinny over there.
Anyways.
And best of all, they gave us some cool stuff, and we're giving away these.
Don't you love how the show falls apart in the last 5 minutes every week?
It's awesome.
So we got some trivia. We're gonna throw it up on the screen. There's some shirts here. Bonnet Commander,
This is a
like
cool
you said.
shirt.
These are really pretty cool.
I'm gonna hold it up.
You can hold that. You can hold that up. We got the gun. Let's go ahead and let's look at that shirt. Let's go ahead and throw it up. Let's see this
there you go.
trivia
It's
question.
a Devil May Cry shirt.
Trivia time. Echo Chrome has been equated to the work of MC Escher. What do the initials MC actually stand for? Master of Ceremonies, Marvin Coolidge, Maurice Cornelius, or Mad Cribbage? Any guesses? Any guesses? No?
I like Mad
Cribbage.
Mad Cribbage. That sounds pretty good, huh?
It jumps right out at me.
Yeah, I think you could look that up. That's that's a Google Internet Wikipedia thing. So good luck to anybody. You gotta.
I'm under attack. All right,
another one of
we're
these
giving away
things.
one gently used gun.
Still kind of got the plastic kind of on it.
I'm gonna throw something else in there.
All right. Oh.
I love giving stuff away, and I love stealing from Justin Calvert.
Yeah.
This was in Justin Calvert's office. I stole it, and we're gonna throw it in with this.
Okay. Does he know that you stole it?
He does now.
The power of the live internet, folks.
It's like a robot dice dude, and it's yours.
Excellent.
From Justin to me to you.
Look at that. Right on. Well, thank you, Aaron Thomas.
Hey, anytime I can steal is all good.
The speaking of stealing, do you hear that we have like the best? We have the best tournament set up for tomorrow. Call of Duty 4.
Call of Duty 4. Heck
Dude,
yeah.
it's gonna be awesome. 2 weeks of prelims and semifinals and all that craziness to get down to the 2 best teams. They start with like 64 people, and like there's like 5 or 6 people per team, so it's like that's more people than I can count. Not really, but I'm just gonna say that.
It's more than I can count.
Yeah, or that I want to right now. So tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Come on by, watch the craziness. We're gonna be doing it. We got a special guest tomorrow. Should I just go ahead and tell him who's gonna be doing it with us?
Special
No,
guest.
Let's make him wait.
I'm gonna wait. I'm making you wait. But there's gonna be somebody here that's like it. Trust me. If you're a Tournament TV fan, I think you'll like what we'll be doing with Tournament TV tomorrow. Crisis Core franchise player going up Friday. Do you guys know about this thing?
Yeah. Joe Dodson was all working on it this week, capturing footage from all the games, the movies, and.
So basically, it's like if you want to learn or catch up or kind of just wrap it all around yourself again about Final Fantasy, check out this franchise player, and it tells you everything about the world of Final Fantasy.
Totally, yeah. Watch this and then go buy the game. You'll be ready to go.
Okay.
And in my defense, I think he may have shed some tears too.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Joe's a crybaby.
Joe does that sometimes. New import friendly. We heard that from Takeshi. It's going to be next week. Retro games next week, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's
Game
the day.
night next week.
Game night next week.
Game night next week. Playing some Kane's Wrath.
Kane's Wrath.
Kane's Wrath next week.
If I've already got a copy of Command & Conquer 3, can you slide me the expansion? I'll join you.
You know what? I might be able to manage that.
All right, sweet, awesome. That's how I do it on this show. It's like they can't say no when you're sitting here at the desk, so they got to give you the game. That's why I ask now.
Kev's got the hookup.
Totally.
I got what you need.
Right on. Well, thanks to you guys. Really appreciate it.
That was fun.
Yeah, totally. Really appreciate you guys coming by.
My pleasure.
So for the crew, for everybody else here, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I think we tried to jam pack it with as much stuff as possible, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy. Back. Shoot it.